to unlocking the boundless possibilities of a future. From fostering new solutions to tackling complex global challenges to driving economic growth and sustainability, the session will illuminate the multifaceted dimensions of creativity and innovation. Our distinguished panel of experts will share their insights, experiences, and visionary perspectives, shedding light on the transformative power of innovative thinking and creative problem solving. Whether you are a seasoned professional in these fields or an aspiring enthusiast, this session promises to inspire, educate, and ignite your passion for creating a brighter and more electronics engineering, boasting a wealth of experience and expertise that has left an indelible mark on the field. Currently serving as the professor and principal at NSIT Jidalpur, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India, Dr. Bhatt brings a remarkable education background to the table, holding BE, ME, and PhD degrees from the MS University of Baroda. His academic journey has been nothing short of illustrious, with a specialization in embedded systems, PLC design, and low designs, making him a he is not only an accomplished researcher but also a published author with his book, Sand to Solar Module, gaining recognition as an valuable resource in the field. So, Dr. Kiritkumar mentorship has been instrumental in the success of numerous research scholars, with three of them having already been awarded PhD degrees under his expert guidance. So Dr. Kiritkumar scholarly work extends far and wide, with over 60 technical papers published in national and international journals and conferences. His exceptional achievements have garnered accolades and recognitions from organizations and institutions worldwide, a testament to his unwavering commitment to advancing the field of electronics engineering. So at the end, I would like to introduce to the motto of Dr. Kiritkumar: innovate, create, and illuminate, forging tomorrow's path today. So I would like to hand over the session to Dr. Kiritkumar, and also thanks a lot joining us today, and over to you, sir.
Madam Sugandhi, thank you very much for such a lovely introduction, and I'm really delighted to listen the admiring words from you. Thank you very much. Very good morning to all the participants who are present here on this platform. My, I presume that there will be only students present on this platform, or is there any faculty members also?
Yes, sir.
Only students, huh?
Yeah, yes, students.
My dear students, now onwards, if I say engineer or if I say technocrat, if I say science personality, scientist, that means we all are almost the same. And in that context, first of all, I would like to tell you that we are living in a highly competitive world. And in this world, it is absolutely required to make our own space, or otherwise we will be out of the track. My dear friends, first of all, I would like to let you know about the global scenario. As far as the Asian countries concerned, it is full of the population, and especially the India. And the mass of the Asian countries is mostly a youth. That is the biggest advantage for the Asian countries. In this line, in coming days, uh, our Asian countries will have two things. One is the opportunity, and another is the challenge. Opportunity is that our youth will be supplied to the all other countries having a bigger economy, and we will have a great opportunity for employment. But at the same time, the challenge is that are we really ready to be employed or not? Are we really so skilled to meet those global requirements. And in coming time, a person having a skill, having a innovative thinking, critical thinking, without that, he or she will not stand in this world. I mean, they will not able to make their own space. In this line, I would like to throw some light, and hopefully, uh, students will get certain specific ideas. Just open. I am not able to see. Dear students, uh, our country is full of 150 crore people almost, and if you have to make the space, you have to be little bit different. The first slide itself shows that either you have to be bold or italic, but just regular will not solve the purpose. Innovations as well as creativity, what exactly it is and in what context you have to think about. See, uh, it is it can be developed if it is not there, and we have to develop it in coming days. Throughout the presentation, once you go through, you will learn a lot how you can be creative, how you can be innovative, and how you have to be positive. Creativity is a thinking, just to thinking. It's a mental game, but innovation is application of those thinking, application of those ideas. And once these two are getting together, and if you put into the application, it becomes entrepreneurship. In most of the Asian countries, they are producing their graduates for a job purpose. But now it is a time that we have to produce entrepreneurs, or otherwise we will not stand. So I will let you know where what actually engineering, what actually technology, what actually the science. Nature has given everything. There is everything present in the nature. Let us take an example of wood. Food is present in the nature, but if you want to be comfortable, if you want to have sophistication in your life, you have to make table and chair out of that wood, and that brings a sophistication, and that is where the role of engineers and technologists as well as the science. So this is what exactly the creativity and innovative thinking. This is to bring the sophistication in the life of the end man. But at the same time, we are responsible to take care of the environment, take care of the domestic damages towards environment or the society or to the economy of the country, and the we have to take care of the peace of uh, the neighboring person or peace of the surrounding area also. So this is what the responsible engineering, responsible technology. When I say what should be or how should be the engineer, how should be the technologist, and what are the uh, ingredients we can look into that. What are the qualities shall be there? If an engineer has no love for the equation, if don't like mathematics, if don't like equations, if don't like physics, how he can be innovative, how he can be creative? It is absolutely not possible. My dear students, friends, first of all, whatever you are learning, in whatever maybe branch you are, you must have love for that. You must love your concerned subject, and you must love the fundamentals first. And These are the qualities. If it is not, then you have to develop it over the period. That is, you have to be compassionate, you have to be imaginative, you have to be good at planning, open minded, determined, cooperative, creative, careful, patient, and helpful. These these qualities you must develop, because being an engineer, being a scientist, or being a technocrat, once you are into any professional uh, education, you are not the South Indian, you are not the Marathi, you are not the Gujarati, you are not the belong to UP, Uttar Pradesh. You are even not Indian. You become a global person, because tomorrow you will have to deal with the German company, maybe US based company, maybe from SARC countries, and you have to deal with the team which is comprised of people from various countries. So, in the field of knowledge, in the field of technology, there is no boundary. Regional boundary doesn't matter; they are all completely dissolved. So, you must be receptive to different culture. You must be receptive to different habits of the people, and in that team, you have to perform best. You have to work well, and you have to be good performer also. Out of all those team members, you have to be in pace with the world. Another thing is, your brain should able to solve the problems in a very much creative way, because being undergraduate or master graduate, whatever you are learning today may or may not be useful for the coming problems in future. I'm talking about those problems which are yet not formulated, even problem has not been formulated. But you will be, or you need to be deal with those problems, and you will have to find out the solution. You will have to provide the solution for those days, in those era, for those problems. So you have to create your brain which which provides you the creative solutions. Your hands are to build and take apart. Your feet has to measure and taste the designs. Your tools, your mouth has to communicate ideas and information, something like that. How in toto an engineer should be. Why I'm telling this thing? Uh, where the world is going. So few there are many other domains, but I will discuss about few of them, and probably this will open up your mental windows. It will give you different direction where the world is going and how we are thinking, where we are actually. This is a mirror for you guys, what you are thinking and where the world is going, where the true core scientists and researchers as well as the engineers what they are thinking about. Nowadays, nanotechnology is the very hot cake area in which people are developing nanobots. Nanobots are nothing but a very small device or a robot that will be travel within the human body, and it will precisely decide the where is the problem and what is the problem. Even there may be mechanism of repairing the problem within the body itself. It will travel through the blood, and uh, certain sensories mechanism will be there, and that will decide what to do, how to do, and according to signals. So once these are the things under testing phase, once it is flourished into the market, when it comes to the real life of the human being, you just see the transformation of healthcare services. Now, if a doctor keep continue with the regular practices, how he can survive as a doctor? If we don't adopt the newer things, we don't adopt the newer technologies. Let us take an example of renewable energy. We have very small vision about the renewable energy, that solar plant, domestic solar plants that people are installing on the it's a rooftop solar system. There may be a solar farms and all. But my dear friends, sun is radiating the energy in 1 hour, which is equivalent to the energy which is consumed by whole world for 1 year. Now you see the power of sun or energy which is radiated by the sun. If some way somehow we are able to tap that energy, store that energy some way somehow, then problem of the energy will be completely vanished from the earth. And that is what these engineers are working very determinedly in this part. Another is hyperloop architecture. We have transportation facility on the ground, in air, on water bodies. We can transport. We have transportation facility. But now the era of underground transportation, because we want to travel with a supersonic speed, with the speed of missile, and that is possible only the in, in case of hyperloop architectures. No doubt in foreign countries it is exist, but there are old fashioned and old technology hyperloop transportation facility. Now it is a need to develop this thing. Another is to have space shuttles like city bus, which can which can travel multiple times on different planets, and probably this will be the reality in coming times. And space tourism will be the one of the best business in coming time. And as scientists are trying to develop colonization or colonial culture on various planets. Now you see how the people are thinking and what kind of things they are developing. Another is the 3D printed organs in biomedical engineering. Whatever organ is dysfunctioning, malfunctioning, or not functioning, you can completely remove with the fresh one just by using 3D printing or technology. So this is now you see, if you don't be innovative, if you don't be so creative, then you will not able to adopt those things. I take an example. One company having 2,000 employees. Today they are working with one technology. Tomorrow another technology will be incorporated into their products. Now, company will not change the employees as per the technology. Employee has to upgrade it to adopt the new technology. And that is what is our role actually. We are lifelong learner. Now, lifelong learner, that is true, but we have to understand the our reality also. Now you see, engineers are problem solvers, but that doesn't mean that I have this and this and this and that. Then only I can solve the problem. Let us take an example of a battlefield. Whatever resources is available, whatever technology is available, there may be a lot of lack of resources, but using those resources, you have to resolve the issue on urgent basis by applying creativity and by applying your skills. That is the best thing. वो जुगाड़ वाली चीज जो होती है, the people, creative people are more jugaad, and by applying their academic skill and the creativity, they resolve the issues. It is very important to note that even though the tasks are very different, many of the methods used are common to all the engineers. Certain tasks are different from one another, but the solving techniques may be same, which can be or practices which can be applied to solve the problem by the engineers may be little bit same. So I will like to let you know by giving some examples. Innovation is introduction of new ideas, good services, practices, which are intended to be useful. The main driver for innovation is often the courage and energy to better the world. So this is what innovation has punctuated and changed the human history. See, the steam engine, electricity, motor vehicle, all these are. It is not a strategically, or it is the first time when it has evolved. It is evolved from the innovations only. It was not the planned to do those things, but they have planned something else. But by applying certain techniques and innovations, they come to this thing. Now let us take this example. The first picture shows you the our old model of the vehicle. It is just a simple transportation tool. That's it, nothing else. But by bringing innovations for adding the component of commercialization and what I say, the entrepreneurship. When entrepreneurship get into it, it has become this kind of tool, and that becomes little more lucrative, more balanced compared to the earlier picture, and uh, really bit decent also. But when we talk about this third picture, entirely technology is different. Here, what are the things the engineers might have thought about? I will throw some light on that. Safety of the vehicle, safety of the rider. Then the kind of technology used, fuel efficiency, legality, balancing, carbon emissions, the domestic domestic approvals and legal approvals, sensors, as well as the the look of the to device, look of the bike. This gives absolutely dashing look, balanced, punctureless bike. There are so many parameters are incorporated. Now you see, if you don't bring innovation, this manufacture of this vehicle, if you don't bring the innovations and don't keep the pace with the world is here now, and if he is trying to sell this, how he can make a business, how he can grow in a life? It is absolutely not possible. So one has to change with the life, and that is what the fantastic example of uh, Sony camera, Kodak camera, and Yahoo. Yahoo is the first email services they have evolved with. But now, what is the situation of Yahoo? There is no existence of Yahoo almost, because Google has surpassed it, and Google every day they are innovating, every day they are adding certain things. Yahoo could not able to match this pace. So that is the scenario. Once upon a time, Kodak and Sony camera were doing fantastic, but after evolution of the mobile phones, your mobile phone is not just a phone. It is so many things. It is a tape recorder. It is video recorder. It is a player. It is a phone device. It is a banking. It is a whatnot. You think about the app and you will have that particular thing. So it has vanished the business of the Sony and Kodak film as well as the camera. So this is what the power of innovation. Now you see, this is a very official statement given by the chairman of the Ford company. Ford and Fiat were one of the best companies in the considered to be in the world, and they forgot to bring innovation in their business. When other companies came into the market, then they realized that, but by that time it was so late, and it was getting the so big loss they could not thought about it. They might have not thought about it. So then he made a statement: innovation is going to be the compass by which this company set its direction. Because the company was almost finished, but then they bring the innovation. Another example is the what kind of innovation means. A lot of people are talking about creativity and innovations, but actually, how we can come into that? How we can personally contribute into that? Now, I'm trying to explain it by taking some example. If you are working in some company, if you are selling this same product as it was available in the 19900, who will purchase your product and how it can? So you have to bring so these things comes with the science and technology. You have to see the angles, you have to see the sharpness of the blades, you have to redesign it. A very fantastic handle which can hold very nicely, and so many things are there which you can get incorporated into it, and you can differentiate from others, and you can bring sophistication into the life of the end man. Then your innovation will make a difference. Let us take an example. If you develop by using your innovation, you develop a very fantastic device, very fantastic mobile phone. Let us take an example, but which is to afford it. Affordability, cost effectiveness, and to bring the sophistication in the life, you have to keep this thing into the mind. Then the innovation solve the purpose. Your processes needs to be innovation. Processes that doesn't mean the company productions only. Your daily work routine, your learning learning processes, your working processes you need to incorporate. You know what are the inputs, what are the technology you have available, what are the devices you have available, what is their tools are available with you, and what the material you have available. Use those in a way, in a well optimized manner, so that with less labor, you have to work very smartly and intelligently, so the labor will be reduced. You can apply the technology. If you want to talk to your friend, you need not require to go personally to him. You can make a phone call. So technology can make it more easy to reduce the processes. Use the machinery and technology in a way so that your outcome will be the best one, and you can you can have efficient outcome. I take an example of marketing innovation. Earlier, let us go back before 20, 30 years. The shopkeeper is used to sell the product, whatever it is. Now, online companies, the people come to your home for marketing. People have a demonstration. People are sharing their videos as well as the product strength on your social media platforms. So these are the various innovative things that came into the market. Now, online companies, let us take, I quote Flipkart and Amazon, Navratri Dhamaka, Diwali Dhamaka, Big Billion Day. So these are innovative ways to for marketing. So this way, you have to keep pace with the world. My dear student friends, we are engineers, we are lifelong learner people. We cannot say I have learned enough and now I do not need to learn more. We cannot stand with that. Another is the organizational innovations. Today, the organization is functioning like this, but your organization has to be ready for the coming time, ready for the coming challenges. Your employee has to be upgraded. Your budget has to be upgraded. Your management understanding has to be upgraded. So, or otherwise, that organization will never meet the pace with the current world and the business model. One fellow who is doing his business with the local region. But when it comes to the online, then business model will be different. When it crosses the border of the countries, then the business will be in a different format. I mean to say, what the strategies and legalities you are applying for your local businesses, same will never work. Same skill not will never work for the foreign business. You have to bring those people in the system. You have to bring those standards. You have to bring those certification. You must have those infrastructure for development of the business and lot many things. So this is the way how you can think about how you can bring your innovations into your daily life. We are technology people. See, earlier mixer, grinder, as well as juicer are three different gadgets that you can find in a house. But nowadays, juicer, mixer, grinder, only one gadget. Everything is integrated. Earlier, engineers were just engineers. They were given a first-class office and they have to do some engineering work on it. But nowadays, the world is different. Engineer has to be engineer first. He has to be he has to know the good, good documentation. He must be good presenter. He must know good marketing, and he must be a good manager also. So you have to equip yourself with those things. Now, what are the importance? हम ऐसा क्यों करें? I already discussed with you, but this is only the way to survive in coming time. Why? Why? Now there is nothing like monopoly. World is open after globalization and modernization. A product cycle is very short. You see, your uh, on every weekend or so, you will find that different models of the mobile are coming into the market with different features. That is, cycle of the product are getting very shorter and shorter. Meaning is to say, uh, there is a lot of pressure comes on the development team, engineering team, design team, testing team, software development team. So those pressures come to them. They have to define different functions. They have to embed different features as per the cycle. Because most of the products are over designed. I I I I give you one example. Once I went to purchase my smart TV to the showroom. That marketing sales fellow asking me, sir, this is 300 channel, 350 channel, and 450 channel TV. Do you believe that are we able to watch? Do we have that time to watch 450 channels or 500 channels of the television? I ask, hardly we are watching 20 channels, few four five news channel and four five other channels and something some match and sports channel. That's it. So 20 30 channels are more than enough. It is also much more, but this is enough. I believe so. So I asked him, "Okay, instead of 500 channel TV, can you give me just 30 channel TV and can you reduce the price of it?" Then he laughed at me and he asked me, "Sir, it is not possible." Meaning is to say, all the products are very over designed and we are paying extra cost to that. Now, that is a different story. But product has to be over designed and has to, this process has to go on because we have to stand into the market. Your company has to be survive in the market, but at the same time, those the limitation is the skilled people. Adequate skilled people are not available. There are huge demand of the employment, but there are many of the posts are remain vacant because these people don't get the relevant skilled person. One side we are telling that there is unemployment. One side we are telling that there are number of opportunities for employment, but at the same time the recruiter don't get the person with the skill what is required for that particular position. So today's youth has to understand this fact and accordingly they have to prepare themselves for the coming days. Here, first is technological excellence is necessary, no doubt, but that only will not make it's not only the sufficient things. It is not only technical knowledge only not sufficient. You must know the different. Uh, uh, you have to combine with the business and the managerial capacities. I know one farmer in my village who had absolute knowledge to have a best product and the highest yield out of the unit land. But what is the use of it? It has to be connected with the entrepreneur and his inputs, his knowledge has to be applied to the mass level. That makes a difference. And I did that, and that has really increased the yield of a particular region in a bigger way. Information and communication technologies can support design innovations. Meaning is to say, you must be you must be more communicative to the technology, and that brings the change in a complete uh, processes. We have thought about the what is the creativity. You must have expertise. Expertise meaning is to say you must have some inclination. You must enjoy your that particular work. Uh, I I, I like to quote an example. One of my student of electronics engineering, he was more inclined to design. Design means creative designs, making a poster for event, making some leaflets, developing souvenir, and making a prospectus for the institute. He was very passionate about that. And after completion of his graduation, I placed him into that particular firm. You won't believe now he has his own firm in the same business and he has more than 60 employees and he is working for the multinational companies because he was passionate about it. If you are passionate about your work, what you are doing, you will never get tired, you will not never get a stress about it. Another thing is critical thinking. Critical thinking comes once you are a little bit inclined to that, once you are clear with a little bit fundamentals to that, you are passionate about that, then automatically you will try to see your physics and the mathematics fundamentals are clear. you will have multiple ways to solve the same problems because you know formulas, you know laws, you know theorems and whatnot. You apply different formulas, different theorems, and you will able to solve those problems. So that is the birth of creativity, birth of different ideas come from that critical thinking. And motivation is nothing but once you love the work, what you are doing, once you keep getting success in even a small things, it will further motivate you. It will make you so happy. The pleasure feeling comes from within, and you will continue to do into that, and you will able to make yourself expert in that domain. That matters a lot. My dear students, why you need to think like this? You have to first of all identify yourself. What is your expertise? What is your bent of mind? What you love to do? Because this is what the requirement in coming time. Short term, long term thinking. Apple phones are producing their models after every 6 months, 3 months, 6 month cycle. But there are some other product which may have planned to, let us take a design of a car. After 2 to 3 years, a new model will launch. So that will be required. But after 3 years, what are the features should be incorporated into that car? You have to think today as engineer. Another thing is adapt to technology. I told you earlier, you must keep learning different things, different technologies that evolve in the market, and you have to keep learning about it. Keep up with the pace of a change. Whatever change comes, you have to you have to fit yourself into that change with highest speed. That is, or otherwise you will not able to survive as an engineer. Move away from status quo. Huh. The most of the very biggest thing, and that mistake has been done by the Yahoo and Ford. Status quo is will not take you anywhere, and into that you have to take care of this humanized parameters also. You must keep yourself on learning more continuously. This is what the need of the time. Innovation will drive everything. My dear friends, I quote one example. Whatever may be the cost of mobile phone, whatever may be the model, whatever may be the company. But this is one thing is common in all the mobile phones that every day or every next day you have to recharge it. You have to charge the mobile phone. Now charging of mobile phone costs you 2 hours. It needs a specific charger. It needs electricity plug. This is the biggest challenge. My vision is that once I charge my mobile phone, it should work for 10 years. I do not need to charge it. Or there should be another solution that I should have some kind of injection. That if I put injection and within 2 minutes whole battery will get a recharge again and it should work up to 12 hours, 13 hours. Or there should be some recursive process that if I increase the use of mobile phone or use of any functionality of any of the device and device is getting recharged itself. These are the things what I am telling you today is it seem to be a dream, but my dear friends, you will have this technology. It is under testing phase this in this era. Once it is comes, you will realize. So innovation will drive everything. Ownership and control of new technologies is the key focus. Everything will be driven by innovations. Innovation is not a event, it is a process. It's not overnight journey you will be innovative. It's a process. You have to frame your mind, you have to fill your mind with those thoughts, and you have to go with the processes. You have to undergo with the processes, and then it will uh, it will give you the idea about it. So sustainability, collaborations, and cooperation along with innovations. You know, uh, nowadays collaboration is the best practices, especially in pharmaceutical companies. Instead of spending so much of money, instead of spending so much of man hours and manpower and salaries of the people, why not to collaborate with already uh, someone has developed the same product? So this is the new dimension through which the world is passing through. And my dear friends, you have to fit into that. You must fit into that, or otherwise there will not be any standing for you. One more thing I would like to say, how it can be learned. Engineers of tomorrow must be able to solve the problems that have not been even formulated. What I told you earlier, that the problem which we don't know yet today, that you may be asked to solve those problems. So only your creativity will work at the pace of time. So you have to be keep learning. You have to be very much innovative in innovative in all the respect. Albert Einstein has told that problems cannot be solved by thinking within the framework within which the problem has created. When he used to say you have to think very differently, you have to go out of the box, and then you can find out the solution for those particular domain. I remember this words comes from the Buddhism, but it is mentioned by the Steve Jobs, beginner's mind, birth of an idea. Beginner's mind, no, it's a mind of the small child. Small child thinks very differently, and always it is a new idea. Whatever it is think and putting into your mind, it is something new because it was otherwise a blank sheet, blank paper. So think like a children's mind, like a new mind, beginner's mind. So before coming to engineering, before coming to science, you don't have idea about it. You are beginners. Whatever your professors and your tutors have taught you, you you learn accordingly. Similarly, don't apply this some this and that ifs and buts and all that. You just whatever problems comes, learn like a beginners, and then you will able to frame those things for the solutions. One biggest example of innovation, the Wozniak, Steve Wozniak is one of the founder of the Apple company. He was working with the Steve Jobs only. On once he made a very adverse remarks on a public forum where world's biggest CEO and business people were present, and our very honorable and respectable businessman Anand Mahindra was also present in that forum. Steve has made a remark that the Indian were knowledgeable, that was a legacy, that was the old story, but now Indians are studying just to work, just for a job. So India is producing servants only. They are not so creative. This is the remarks made by the Steve Jobs, and he also uttered the word that otherwise they are able to make XUV car on the same forum after completion of that uh, conference. Anand Mahindra has made this remark. I love it when such comments are made. Nothing like a swapping stereotype to get our juices flowing and prove it wrong. Thanks, Steve Woz. Come back soon. We will make you sing a different tune. This is the remarks made by Anand Mahindra, and then afterwards he took an oath to make a XUV car, and Mahindra has developed the first XUV car in India. It is their own development without any help of right from designing and engineering work to production of any part. That complete Indian car and one of the world's best car was developed by the Anand Mahindra. So this is what the innovation is. This is what uh, being done by the Mahindra and Mahindra. Now हमें क्या करना चाहिए? We have to think about unsatisfied needs. Uh, I quote one example of that incident has happened in Chennai. Uh, One mother has came to the bus stop from where her child is to go to school, and she, along with her child, she was waiting for a school bus to come on that bus stop. But the bag was holded by the children on the back, and the water bottle was there in the hand of the mother. At the same time, one of the boy who is going to his office, very newly joined employee, he also boarding his company bus from the same bus stop. Now, when the school bus came, children was so hurry, he get into the bus, but mother forget to give that hand over this bottle, water bottle to her child. And after when the bus has uh, started leaving the stop, and the mother came to know, oh, I forgot to uh, give the bottle, but she don't have any possibility to stop the bus, and uh, she was very much unhappy as her child has gone without the water bottle. And this whole scenario was observed by the that boy who is going to office. Then he came to know the development of the app for a school people and the tracking of the children, attendance of the children, and uh, incorporation of it was integrated application developed by that boy that parents, children, and school as well as all other stakeholders. So parents can immediately send a message that this has happened. You just take care. And school will receive the message and they can take care of particular students. So this is what unsatisfied need of the society. You will have to find out it. You have to study the problem very systematically, and you take your own time. But then afterwards, you apply your intelligence, you apply your creativity, you apply your available technology, and come out with the newer possibilities, newer facilities, newer sophistication in the society. So also think from the suppose if you are electronic people, then think from a mechanical engineer's mind, civil engineer's mind about the same problem. That will give you the greater idea. Now, teacher also has some role to play for creating creativity and innovation among the students. It is not only the duty of the students only, but yes, teacher has to be supportive. There should be enough as room for students to throw their own ideas. They should be able to express their ideas without any fear. and teachers should be receptive. Along with study, I believe that if we incorporate sometimes music, art, or creative writing, that will definitely help students to develop their creativity. And another tips what I like to share with the students, you should think everything with open mind. That is, you can apply your experience, but every day is a new experience. It may be small in size, but yes, every day is a new experience. You should your way of looking at the problem, way looking at the everyday issues, it needs to develop it. One is a diversity. Normally we are practicing what the as per our routine thinking, but no, certain things you can do differently. It may not be a best way, but it is a different. So sometimes you should try those things also. And my dear friends, mind is a part of body. If body is healthy, mind will healthy. So daily exercise is absolutely required. Little yoga, pranayam, or daily exercise you should undergo because you are the future of the nation. Mental flaws, don't keep any kind of boredom and stress. These are the blockages for creativity. And don't try for right answer. Whatever you do is correct. You just keep on improving, 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 but you just at least start doing it. That is what is the essential. This slide will absolutely give you a different idea. Knowledge is required, skill is required. Knowledge means what, and you should know how. That is a skill. Capabilities and attribute meaning is to say how you are able to do it. This is, you know, this is also how to do. That is it procedurally. But this is the thing you yourself should be able to do. And this is habits and disposition. I mean is to say what, how and why and where. It should be a when it becomes a routine habit for you, you will surely enhance your level from where you are. These are the need of the 21st century. I am throwing some light because you are our next generation, next generation workforce. Foundational literacies are required in the students. That is, these are the skills and competencies. Creativity, communication, collaboration, creative thinking is very much required. And character qualities, this you have to meet to that. You must learn that. Or otherwise, someday you will be out of the track if you don't train yourself. Accessibility, assessing the creativity is nothing but the you should, it's better to go with a self-assessment and reflection, allowing the students to evaluate their own creativity, process, and growth. I don't want to throw much onto it, but this is a very short and concluding framework how one should think, how one should work with, find out what you love to do, what actually you want to do. Then seek the opportunities. You know, the founder of Ola, how that concept of Ola came into the existence. Once he has to go to some other city from his hometown, he tried train booking and flight booking, but he failed to get it. Then he hired a taxi. Uh, there was a forest in between. and he has to go through the forest. After leaving the city and when mid of the forest, almost it was midnight when reached into that, then that driver had started exploiting. Yes, we booked this car, you this much rupees, but road is this kind of thing. I am passing through the forest and this and that. I will charge this much. He was asking for double, and he or otherwise you should get down here. So he has to agree with that. But then afterwards, he has thought about there should be some mechanism, there should be some arrangement so that people can have assured taxi services, and that is how Ola came into the existence. Identify the problems and see the opportunities, set the goals and objective, seek novelty in the design, and just do it. That is what the need of the time. These are the various examples through which, in an innovative way, how Pythagoras we can teach to the students, how we can explain the energy, the Einstein equations of energy. These are the different ways. Pen drive is not only a pen drive; it is a wrist belt, and there it is a pen drive also. Here, these are the some leaf of a tree that through which the creative design can be achieved. These are the handworks of the used pencils and through which we can. So these are small things we can think about and we can practice how innovations and creativity come into the picture and come into the life, and we can utilize those things for our daily use. Creativity can be learned. If your organization group doesn't make use of specific creative technique, why not introduce them? I mean, you should you yourself take initiative into that. Hmm? So be willing to think wacky thoughts, and collectively this can spark excellent ideas. Be constantly receptive. Creativity comes from most of the times unlikely sources or unlike situations. This is what I wish to say. My dear students, across the world, only those can uh, move ahead who are little bit different across the group, from across the mass, or otherwise. See, you have to face more challenges. You have to face more competition. You have to survive in a big population compared to what we have seen, and you have to drive a vehicle on a road which is full of more vehicles. You have to live yourself into maybe more polluted environment. So you have to prepare yourself from today, because skill development, to be innovative, to be creative, these are processes. It's not event. Marriage is an event, but married life is a process. It takes time. It's not overnight journey. If you plant a plant, it can't become a tree within a day. It takes its own time. But yes, it is possible. Plant can become a tree. Seed can become a tree. And believe my friends, growth is the seeds of growth are embedded within the human being. If you tell a small child that don't grow now, your height should not grow, your age should not grow, you should remain this much only. It is not possible, it is a natural process. Similarly, growth or willingness of the growth, the seeds of willingness of the growth are already embedded within the human, and that is why everyone want to have a growth, but a growth also need a specific processes, and you have to go through it. Being a successful engineer, being a successful scientist or a technocrat, you must adopt all these things for coming future. This will keep you in line with the your professional career, or otherwise somebody will be out of that. And with these words, I would like to conclude my session. At the time is already over. Madam Sugandhi may be there.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So my best wishes for your students and the whoever present here on this platform. I wish them very best for their future. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you for your presentation, sir. I have some questions here.
Yes.
Okay, first question is how can organization foster a culture of innovation that encourages continuous creativity in scientific research, technological development, and in engineering practices?
First of all, first of all, see a small example. I will take that. There will be there will be a you should have a group of students across the within your classroom, and there should be a small group, uh, 5 6 students. Out of those 5 6 students, there will be some people who are really really good in making some research on a project, but some are good in making good circuits, and a few of there are the students who are making a good presentation, and one or two will be there who are making a good documentation on that. You have to find out their bent of mind, you have to find out their inclination, and accordingly you give them those tasks and develop a leader. Some are good in making presentations or giving a presentation talks, but some are, even though they are quite intelligent and they are quite excellent, but they are not able to represent themselves very in a better way. They may not have good communication skill, but according to that, you have to find out their capability and capacity, and accordingly, you give a task and start developing them in this domain. This is what the practice I am doing at my institute, and many of the students are entrepreneur now. So I am feeling satisfaction out of that because I started some of the company for the students. So that way you can proceed. And whatever the you should never make students to feel that what a rubbish idea you are giving. No, whatever they say, whatever they tell you, you should be receptive, and if you wish, you can make them correct. But there should be a passage where they can able to represent their own ideas. They can throw their ideas. So that way it comes to the goal.
Okay. So thank you,
Yeah.
sir. So in the context of rapidly evolving technologies, what ethical considerations should be at the forefront when encouraging innovation in science, technology, and engineering?
Again, I could not. Some voice is. I missed the voice.
So, in the context of rapidly evolving technologies, what ethical considerations should be at the forefront when encouraging innovation in science, technology, and engineering?
I. It's a very specific and fantastic question. Uh, the ethical things means you should not you should not ideas should not be stolen. Ideas should be used for learning as a literature survey or as a part of learning. But when you apply to these innovations, first of all, this should not happen. Now, ethical practices uh, to bring innovation, meaning is to say, uh, first of all, it comes from the tutor side. Nowadays, source of knowledge are, see, in ancient times, the source of knowledge are teachers only. They are only gurus. But nowadays, YouTube is there, Google is there, books are there, digital libraries are there. There are many other sources through which student can learn, but the teachers are facilitator. They are more of a facilitator, and using the technology, it gives more options be uh, to bring rapid, innovative solutions, because there are softwares are there, hardwares are there. So always try different permutations and combinations out of that, but not to stole from somebody's idea. You should find out the gap. Whatever may be the research, there must be some gap. There must be some limitations of the human being. From there, you try to go up, but not fully. You should not utilize somebody's idea, somebody's paper, somebody's processes. This is what I believe. So in the hurry of having a innovativeness, to prove yourself as a innovative, not to use somebody's idea, but yes, you should learn from someone else, and you should find out the gap. That is the most important thing.
So, sir, what are the strategies can be implemented to bridge the gap between the academia and industry to ensure that innovative research findings are effectively translated into real world applications and products?
First of all, this is also what I said. Skill development is essential nowadays, or otherwise we will not able to survive with this huge population. If we don't give inputs to increase the employability, I'm sure it will be massive issues in coming time. So, first of all, specific skill development infrastructure is required. Infrastructure only will not serve the purpose. We need that kind of tutor also. So our existing educators, edu leaders, has to have tie-up with the. It's a public-private partnership. They have to train their edu leaders. In addition to that, for development of curriculum, may it be school level, may it be undergraduate level, master graduate level, you have to incorporate the industry people or employers. Another thing is that what is their day-to-day issues and what are their problems, that one has to identify, or industry has to come forward to represent their problem to the academia, and academia should try to resolve it. See, in Western world, most of the issues, industrial problems, comes to the academia only, and for solving that, they are giving a lot of funds. Research funded by the industries. So this is the regular practice in a Western world. So industry come to academia to represent that what is their problems. There are so small MSME industries, small industries. Our undergraduate student can solve their problem, because those industries are many of the industries are running in unprofessional way. Their accounting processes, their administrative processes, their inventory management processes, their production processes are very much unprofessional. I have seen. We have visited many industries. So our students should go to them. They should be familiar with the industry and environment, and they should give their recommendation. Probably these practices can make a difference in a bigger way.
Okay. Sir, can you provide any examples of breakthrough innovations in science, technology, or engineering that have had transformative impact on society, and what were the key factors that contributed to their success?
Uh, Let us take an example of communication technology in today's world.
Okay.
Companies are going to market the mobile device. Samsung has advertisement to them, that Wipro, whatever, different companies. But we are not going to the person to ask that you should have a mobile phone. Whatever it may be, a smartphone, it may be a simple phone, it may be a keypad phone, but people need communication now. So communication technology has absolutely changed the society in a bigger way. Now the thing is that how you utilize, see, everything has uh, positive and detrimental effects also. And the today's world is uh, so flexible. What you want to see, the world is ready to show you. If you want to see something bad, world is ready to show you something bad, no doubt about it. But if you are ready to see something good, there is a lot of things, a lot of good things are there for you also. So it is individual responsibility also. But I believe that the mobile phone and uh, mobile technology, I mean, not mobile phone, but mobile technology has bring a greater impact. And when it is integrated with the internet connectivity, life has become completely different, and it has been on the different level. Uh, I quote an example of recharging of mobile phone and the battery charging. I believe that in coming time there will be some injection sort of things will come. You just give an injection within 2 3 minutes that will get full charge, and you can able to again use it for 12, 20, 30 hours again. So this is what my vision. Suppose if you are going to uh, climb the Mount Everest, you need 1 month, 2 months, whatever may be time. Uh, how you can stay connected with the world, because your battery will be discharged by that time. So this is not a solution. This is we are half the way. Mobile phone is not absolute solution. Battery technology is saturated. So in upcoming time there will be solution within 2 3 minutes. You will able to have again connectivity. So this will bring the breakthrough again. And mobile technology, in my opinion, has changed the life and bring a lot of sophistication in our life. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, so my last question. How can governments and regulatory bodies strike the right balance between promoting innovation and ensuring safety and security in rapidly evolving technology landscapes such as artificial intelligence and biotechnology?
First of all, I would like to quote one example. Can you believe that only those nations are safe and secure having a nuclear weapon? Do you believe that? But it is a no, it is a wrong conception. I give you one example. Uh, a small boy who is sitting in a corner of a room, if he is so expert and the uh, innovative and smart enough to hack the banking system of the country, or electricity system of the country, or a hospital system of the country, defense system of the country, don't you think it is a more than nuclear bomb? We can able to damage more than nuclear bomb. If a person hack the banking system of the country, some country, that can destroy more than nuclear bomb, and without spending so much of money, without taking so much of hardship, without getting into the battle. So knowledge is not only a power now. Knowledge and its implementation is the real power. So this is one thing. Hence, the regulatory body as well as the government has has to upgrade themselves accordingly. Because earlier pocket pickers and the others changed natures, that was the small things was happening. But nowadays online frauds are very common. Probably Many people might have experienced those things. So cyber security people has to be active accordingly. Now you put about the biomedical, I suppose you told about the bioscience,
Yeah, biotechnology.
biotechnology. So 3D printing, in my opinion, it will be a game changer. It will be a game changer because see, once I had a, uh, I was in a conference from the US. One fellow has presented those sample things. So people have come to the equivalent material. See, they have developed the equivalent circuitry of the human body. Suppose your hand has a circuitry, so some circuit, and it will exactly produce that electricity what your hands will produce, and it is person to person very specific. It's not generalized. Electricity produced in my hand and electricity produced in your hand is different. So they have developed a model that exactly same thing can be done um, by those circuitry, and it can fit into the human organs, and it works like natural way. They have demonstrated, but they have yet not come to the conclusion that what is the adverse effect after the uh, implementation, and they are yet not able to find out that what over the period what can be the detrimental effect, what is the surrounding effect, environment change effect, and the electromagnetic effects, and there are so many things there. It is under the testing phase. So probably 3D printing will be the great future for kidney failures or lung cancers, and you know we have seen uh, diabetic patients that their pancreas are not producing the insulin. So in those cases, probably the patient will have great relief.
So thank you, sir. Thank you for the answers. So the answers are very useful. I hope the answers and that the participants can understand about that. So, sir, finally, so ladies and gentlemen, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Kritpar for gracing us with his presence and sharing his profound insights and expertise with us today. So, Dr. Gritkumar, your contributions to the field of electronics engineering are nothing short of exemplary, and your presence here has enriched our event in countless ways. Your illustrious career spanning over 2 decades in academia and your invaluable research contributions have not only advanced the field but have also inspired countless students and professionals. So, your dedication to mentoring and guiding aspiring scholars is commendable, as evidenced by the numerous PhD candidates who have benefited from your wisdom. So, Dr. Gritmar's ability to bridge the gap between the theoretical knowledge and practical applications has been a beacon for all of us, highlighting the importance of innovation and creativity in the realm of electronics engineering. In closing, Dr. Kritkumar, we are honored to have had you as our guest speaker today, and we sincerely thank you for your time and expertise and inspiration. Your legacy is the world of electronics engineering will undoubtedly continue to ignite the passion for knowledge and innovation in the hearts of many. So thank you once again for joining us and making this event truly
Thank you.
remarkable. So thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I am also happy to interact with you. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye to everyone.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Have a happy time ahead.